Always a fight over this chicken. Sit here and behave. Okay, this is Andy Graham. I'm of the Ask Andy show. I've traveled non-stop for 16 years. It's Wednesday. This is called my Wednesday update. It's Wednesday, May 7th. And a Wednesday update trying to explain to where I'm at in the planet. I'm actually in the United States right now. Came home because of my father's death. He died about a month ago, and we're going to have a thing on the 18th of May. Okay, what's happened in the last week? I actually purchased a round-trip ticket to Cuenca, Ecuador. I'm leaving on the 27th, and I come back on August 6th. I think it's about 79 days. I'm not sure. But I haven't purchased a round-trip ticket in years. But I'm working on a Amazon.com fulfillment by Amazon project, and I want to have some products made there. So I'm probably going to go buy a bunch of bolts of cloth here, take it there, and have them transform it into something I can sell on Amazon.com. And then I'm researching every day, trying to figure out how to go to Bulgaria. Today I purchased the Lonely Planet Southeastern Europe guidebook. It's like $20. I bought I didn't get, well, it's about $22 or something like that. But after reviewing all this, I obviously in that area I need a Lonely Planet guidebook with me on paper, not a PDF file. I don't trust that my computer is always going to be available in a PDF file. You just can't go back and forth in the book. I need to do this quick as possible, and the book's a lot faster. Okay, I also scheduled when I come back, because I'm going to do it, I'm going to talk at the Angola Library. It's the Carnegie Library in Angola, Indiana, on August 19th at 6:30 p.m. Anybody that happens to see this is a local boy. Anybody in the Fort Wayne, Angola, northern Indiana area could come. Anybody can come, but I mean, the distance is... Okay. Because I'm obsessing on Bulgaria, I don't have to fly into Bulgaria. What I want to do is I want to find a room, I think, in Burgas or Varna. It's on a beach in I think the Black Sea. And my friend Bob Winnick, the guy that I'm going to go see in Vicabamba, actually can fill me in because he's been there. So a lot of times when I'm going to a place, I just talk with a few. I got 1, 2, 3 people I know that have been in that area and can give me the skinny on how to do this without driving myself crazy on the website. Keep thinking about a continuous 1-month Eurorail pass, but as best I can tell, it costs $1,300 for 1 month. The bottom line is I can fly between cities. Now the bad part is that you don't really see anything, but you really don't see anything in a train. It's better to get on a bus. If you really want to see the countryside, private car is going to get you the most, but it's a little more dangerous. It's dangerous, but they do have Euro lines, which I think I could buy a ticket easily between every place I want to go on Euro lines. Trouble is, I think Eurolines only goes between countries. It doesn't go inside the country. So I don't know. I'm trying to check out all the visas. There's about 10 countries there that I'd like to go to. I don't think there's any visa problems, but immediately I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago I Western Unioned $100 to Jerome to keep him on, because I actually keep him on retainer in a way, and he charges me about, I don't know, so much per thing, but I want him looking for a ticket to Europe, and he's already sent me some really neat things. I could actually fly to Oslo, Norway, stay for a couple days, then take a low-cost carrier from Oslo. So the plane ticket to Oslo is only like $220, $30, but I got to get to New York, so that's so it just keeps adding up. It's about the same price, but the advantage would be is I could stop in Norway. But it's starting to be cold in August and September, so the problem with Europe for me is it's cold, and I have to do all this research. I can't just get on the plane and go. Otherwise, it's just quadruple the price. But I think I can find a place to live in Bulgaria for a month, and then I want to go to each adjoining country around there if I can, and stay each place for a month. So I'm looking for rooms in, I don't know, Romania. There's different places here where the countries around it, I don't, you know, everybody's has a different understanding of geography, right? So Bulgaria is just to the left and above Turkey. I've already been to Turkey. I could go to Greece, Macedonia, Albania, Montenegro, Serbia, Bosnia, and whatever that word is. Ukraine, but I'd like to go to Ukraine, but I don't know what the status will be. I'd love to fly into this war zone. Moldova. So these are the countries, Croatia, Slovenia, and these are the countries that I'm zeroing in on this time, and I'm only going to do that area. Europe's just way too complicated for me to even get excited about going more than about just one small region of the country, of the continent, because it's just too much work. I don't like, I like to wander the planet. I don't like to work the planet. Okay, but if you know anybody that's got a room for around $300 a month, 300 euros in Macedonia, Kosovo, maybe Bucharest, Romania, Serbia, any of these places, Montenegro, Albania, I can fly over there. I found that I could fly to Cyprus too for a round trip for $100 on Bulgaria Air. So this is my goal, and being that I'm going to Europe, it basically sets me up to do about 50 times more research than I have to, and it's kind of a trade-off. The 50 times more research makes it so I can get a room cheap. And it's, you know, even when you get a room cheap, you're not really getting it just cheap. You have to do the work to get the room, and that's where what people really want is no work. Just click and get a $10 room or something like that. Not going to happen that easy, guys. It starts to be really thing, but the longer you stay, the more likely. Next Wednesday, I'm going to Chicago to see my nephew's movie. My nephew Colin Shifley. I think he directed a movie called Animals. You can see it on YouTube. I think if you click for Animals, maybe I'll try to put it in the thing, but Animals preview, I don't know. But it's about a heroin addict. So I'm going to go to Chicago, and I'm going to stay in a, well, it was funny. I got on this hotel early in the morning, about 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and it was $220. And I got on it later after I went to the market and all these things. It's called, let's see, it's Hotel Indigo. It's in basically downtown Chicago. It was $220. It went down to $141 while I was away. So, I mean, you really got to check the prices of these hotels different. But the bad part is, see, my mother stayed in the, I wanted to stay in the let's see, Candlewood Suites, I think they call it, hotel. She stayed for about 3 or 4 or 5 months, 8 months in Indianapolis in a Candlewood Suites, one of the Holiday Inn chains. It's like a apartment type suites because of my father's illness, and they got a bunch of points, so she just basically gave me a room. So really, I'm getting about a $200 room for nothing, not even $10. I always say I can get a room for $10 anywhere on the planet. I'm actually getting a $200 room for nothing. When I say this, I'm not saying that every day of the week I'm paying $10. So what I'm saying, on average, I pay about $10 a day anywhere I go. I was looking at some of the hostels there, and they really irritate me. I mean, I really get tired of getting on these hostel websites. Like, I was at this Wrigley Field hostel, and it says $24 a night, and it's closer to where I'm going to go. It's called the Music Box Theater. It's just 0.8 of a mile down the street. That's where the thing's going to be, and it says $24, and I click. There is no $24 ticket. It's bed. It's $40. So $16 jump by the thing, and I basically don't want to do business with anybody that does this. So this Wrigley Field hostel, it don't matter. They're all like that. They in hostel world, just encourages it. So there is no transparency here. I mean, what they advertise on the front of the page should be what you can get, right? Because by the time you click to the end, and this is where I feel really sad, because some of these people, I mean, like an older person, somebody could say, hey, their son could say, that's a really great deal. And they're clicking around, and they don't realize that the deal increased on them, and they just don't know what a good deal, so it didn't hit them that they really were not being transparent. I wanted to go to this getaway hostel where I've been before on Arlington Road, but it's like same kind of problem, but it's farther away. So generally, any hotel I could have got within walking distance of this music box theater in Chicago would have made me very happy, because the pain of travel is the travel. Okay, so I'll have to get on a I don't know, an elevated track or the L or the bus system and come home. The what do you call it? The movie is at 8:30 at night, so that means I get out at 10:30 in Chicago. I mean, this is not the type of thing I like to do on a regular basis. I don't like to be in a strange place, 10:30 at night, making a five-mile trip across the city. Yeah, I can, but strangely, and this is where it's weird. My mother actually thinks that I'm safer in the expensive hotel that I'm in, and I wanted to make her happy too. So I'm going to be cheap. I would be safer in a hotel 5 miles away, where I got to get on a train, and maybe a bus. I don't really know it, as opposed to a hotel like I think. Basically, she knows she doesn't want me to walk in Chicago. But what do you know? My nephew Kyle got mugged in Chicago. He lives in Chicago, and he got mugged. And I told him, buy some secret pockets. But people have a short memory. They get mugged and they don't think it'll ever happen again. But these secret pockets would have solved the problem for him. I mean, they would have gave him the $2 in his pocket, and his big money would have stayed in his hidden pocket. But getting mugged in Chicago, just what I like to hear. Getting mugged in Chicago. I mean, the United States often is 10 times more dangerous than the places where I'm at, because the places where I go, the locals don't have guns. The guns make small people and the big people. Okay, so that's the Wednesday update. Write me any kind of questions, and I'll start to answer some of your questions today right after this video's up. I got on a shirt says I woke up handsome today, but today I also exaggerated, or something. Every day I wake up handsome, but today I exaggerated. Okay, that's a shirt I got in La Guatemala, Guatemala. Okay, bye-bye. We can pack up tomorrow.